Good morning. Top of the morning to you. This is a little Hakko 939 soldering station. Actually, one of my YouTube subscribers sent me a bunch of these. He got a hold of a bunch of them, and he said I could have a few of them if I could fix the rest of them. Which, I don't know, sounds like a pretty good challenge. So a little talking with him on the phone. And this is dumber than advertised. These are sort of fixed soldering stations. They are and they aren't. If you watch this one here, and I don't know what somebody was doing with these. They're not reset to the factory. They're all set to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, which is way too low. But I told him, I said, well, you know, you could probably... Actually, I was talking to him on my cell phone, so I was having a hard time figuring out what was going on. I'm not perfectly familiar with these stations, but I said, well, you know, use the set or reset key. He said, no, the keys worked. So, okay, that's fine. Just box them up. We'll sort out the details when it comes time. Well, I got the thing and got to looking at it, and here's the trick. There's a little slot that has a key. So I went over and talked to one of my other friends I knew had done a lot of Hakko work, and begged, borrowed, and stole the key. And basically it's a piece of metal with some holes punched in it. Slips in there. Oh gee, now the soldering station works. So on these soldering stations, the R button enters the data, and the S button actually sets the data. And the little light here is heating, and then it shows the temperature. And as you can see, these babies come up pretty fast. The other buttons here, there's a temperature offset to kind of calibrate the thing, and then Fahrenheit and Celsius. I don't know if you need Fahrenheit and Celsius. Nope, you don't need the key. And it even shows it which way to, if you put it in wrong, it won't work. What the deal is on this is to, if you're in production and you don't want people jacking with the temperature of the soldering stations, you set them and then let the good times roll. And here you can see the little flashy light. Every time that flashes, it's heating. So I bet now we can melt some solder. 300 degrees, I don't know what you would melt anything. And then if you reset the temp, let's see, it'll start drifting down. So that's the only real problem here, is you didn't have this little key. I got another one of these. I'll give you this one so you can plug it in the soldering stations. You might be able to find this. What I'm going to do for mine is just trace this out on some heavy cardboard and, you know, lay it down there, use a pen or pencil and draw those holes on there, and then just punch them with a paper punch and let the good times roll. I don't need a metal key, so I'll provide him with the correct part, since he was so generous to say, yeah, you can have some of these, no big deal. I only need a couple working ones. I think there's like 6 or 7 of them. So there you go. There's the Hakko 939. If you get a hold of one, you'll need this little key, or hopefully it's set at some decent temperature, not 300 degrees. It's very strange. Anyway, have a groovy day.